What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the new campaign gameplay for Black Ops 6, very unfortunate leaks that surfaced, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and as a reminder, there's plenty of brand new article coverage going up on detonated.com for those who want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty, whether it's Modern Warfare 3 or, of course, the upcoming Black Ops 6. But also, as an FYI, there is a promo happening over at Gamer Advantage this month. You could save 50% off any pair of Horizon frames over on the site, which you can stack with my code DYNAMITE to save up to 60% off your Horizon order. Be sure to take advantage of that to get the best blue light protection in the industry. But first and certainly foremost, as you guys have probably heard about if you're active on Twitter, some leakers did go ahead and post actual campaign cutscenes for Black Ops 6. From what I'm hearing, it looks like a ton of cutscenes from various Black Ops 6 campaign missions have surfaced online. Now, what I will say is thankfully there's no audio in any of the cutscenes, and from what I've also heard, it seems like it's kind of just a bunch of B-roll, filler, and a lot of trailer footage that has already been seen that was posted with those cutscenes. So it doesn't look like the full context of what's going on in the campaign has been discovered, but either way, avoid those cutscenes if you can. If you guys did come across them over on Twitter, Reddit, they'll probably be on YouTube before they get copyright takedowns. But this isn't the first time we've seen really premature campaign leaks for a new Call of Duty. We've oftentimes seen the subtitles for a campaign within the beta files for a certain Call of Duty multiplayer, so things like this happen every now and again, but obviously this is a much more severe leak than ever before, and you guys could of course put a blame on COD HQ. Now the thing about COD HQ is that in theory, it's amazing to have a unified engine that all developers are using so they can help each other out when needed. It's cool to have one central hub and one central launcher so that everything is smoothly integrated with Warzone, and everybody out there could just very easily switch from game to game or mode to mode. I get COD HQ from that point of view, but the problem is if a developer or somebody uploads a build to the COD HQ database, somebody out there on a jailbroken console can just access that build, and that's exactly what happened with Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Now, it's unclear how this wasn't known before, that people on jailbroken consoles could just get access to this build that gave them nearly the whole multiplayer as well as access to the campaign cutscenes. Hopefully nothing of zombies ends up leaking, but this is something that hopefully doesn't happen again, and I'm crossing my fingers that some type of security measures are implemented to COD HQ if this is to remain the Call of Duty launcher. Hopefully something is implemented to really ensure this never happens again. Now, if you guys are wondering what's going on with campaign early access for Black Ops 6, well, obviously as of recording this video, they haven't announced that just yet, but the best opportunity to announce that would of course be COD Next in just a couple of weeks on August 28th. If they don't announce it at COD Next, then I'll be very doubtful that one early access period is going to even happen for the BO6 campaign, but I'm still pretty confident that the rumor that popped up last year from Windows Central about early access to zombies, probably in this case Liberty Falls, I'm still confident that is going to happen, so let's just wait and see. But yes, I have seen a lot of your tweets that you guys tagged me in, thank you for the info by the way, in regards to the PlayStation listings that are claiming October 17th is going to be when you can actually start playing Black Ops 6. That could be just a typo, a placeholder date, or a reference to the fact that yes, there will be a portion of the game playable a week before launch, which is obviously October 25th, but an exact week before that would be around the 17th or the 18th, depending on your time zone. That could be when you could begin to play campaign, zombies, or even both. Now, I also want to add that if there is early access to the campaign, it'll probably work the way that it did for MW2 and 3, where physical pre-orders don't get early access to the campaign, but digital pre-orders will. Now, as far as rewards do go for the Black Ops 6 campaign, these haven't leaked out yet, thankfully, but would not be shocked if there is early access to the single player. Maybe they'll do a similar offering to what we saw with MW2 and 3, where by going ahead and completing the entirety of the campaign, as you complete certain missions, you'll end up getting certain operators unlocked, you'll get various XP bonuses, calling cards, emblems, and now Black Ops 6 is bringing back sprays and emotes, and there could even be a mastery reward for going ahead and finishing the whole campaign, such as a blueprint or even another skin. So let's just wait and see if Black Ops 6 also offers rewards for finishing the campaign. If there isn't early access, I could still see them having maybe one of the factions, right? Either Rogue Black Ops or Crimson 1. I could still see maybe some of the operators on either side or both being locked behind a campaign completion. Now, as a bit of a surprise, Jeff Keighley over on Twitter, who usually hosts the Summer Games Fest and other gaming related conventions, did go ahead and announce that for Gamescom opening night, which is August 20th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock Central, and 2 o'clock Eastern, we're going to be seeing some campaign gameplay premiered live on stream. I'll of course be live here on the channel with a big reaction reaction and breakdown of the gameplay we do receive. Funny enough, at the Treyarch event that I went to a few months ago, we actually got to see a lot of gameplay of 2 different missions. The first one took place in a gala after a Bill Clinton speech where we had to go out and rescue Adler, who was in prison underneath that building. It was a really cool mission, and a lot of gameplay of that is also seen in the Black Ops 6 Direct, as well as the first initial reveal trailer for the game. I also got to see gameplay of a mission where Helen Park is leading you through somewhere in Iraq, and you're on a pretty cool mission. There's a lot of high-octane footage in that gameplay, and I thought it perfectly conveyed what the Gulf War was all about, and obviously what led up to the Iraq War. Now, Gamescom opening night is, of course, just one day before Season 5 Reloaded for MW3, so it's going to be a pretty busy week here on the channel, and of course over on Detonated, so make sure you guys have notifications on to stay up to date. But as of a couple of days ago, I did make a separate video talking about all of the leaked achievements for Black Ops 6. Now, I did give a fair spoiler warning in that video, and I'm not going to be reading any of the crazy achievements here in this one, but within a lot of those achievements for Black Ops 6, we got to see a lot of the names for every upcoming campaign mission. Now, I believe we have the full list of names for every mission. Be aware, though, there aren't any spoilers that I'm giving in this video. We don't know anything about who you play as in the mission or where you're even at, but the campaign mission list does include Contract, Heist, Interrogation, Intro, Redacted, Sabotage, Sandbox, Safehouse, Storm, and even Union. So I don't believe this is in the correct order. Obviously, Intro would probably be the first mission. I believe Safehouse is just somewhere you go in between each mission, as they confirmed in the Black Ops 6 Direct, unless they also have a campaign mission named Safehouse, kind of like how they handled Cold War and that version of the Safehouse. So we could be looking at upwards of like 9 to 10 different campaign missions in Black Ops 6. For those that are like, wait, that's not enough missions and it's going to be the shortest campaign of all time, shall I remind you, Treyarch did confirm for us over at the event a few months ago that the length of the Black Ops 6 campaign is on par with traditional Call of Duty single players. So with that in mind, even if we only get 9 to 10 campaign missions total, if they make sure each mission has a very fair length to it, we're talking upwards of like 20 to 30 minutes or maybe even longer, if they ensure that, then that's going to honestly go with the classic saying of quality over quantity, right? If we have 10 really badass and polished campaign levels, that's better than having 15 or 16 with most of them being filler or fairly short or something that doesn't really progress the narrative too much farther. So I will put some footage on screen of all the various missions we've gotten some footage of via the Black Ops 6 Direct and other promo that we've also seen. Now, regardless of the amount of missions that we get or how long the campaign is, don't forget we also have the Safehouse, and they've been talking about the Safehouse quite a bit. They went as far as to send me a package a few months ago with blueprints of the Safehouse. I made a full video about that just a couple of weeks ago, talking about how that might connect to Reznov and Vorkuta. So as they confirmed in various blogs and whatnot, the Safehouse is somewhere that you access in between each mission, kind of similar to how it worked in Cold War, but this time there's going to be more secrets and puzzles within the Safehouse that we can uncover. And on top of that, we obviously have the upgrade system within the campaign. So within each mission, we could, I guess, find a bunch of scraps or items that you can take to the Safehouse to go ahead and ensure that you can craft certain upgrades. Now, we don't have loadouts in the Black Ops 6 campaign, but we'll still have upgrades that I guess allow us to enhance the arsenal that we can come across within each mission. So maybe similar to weapon kits that we had in BO3 Zombies, which are also coming back in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I think overall the upgrades within the Safehouse are going to make the campaign much more replayable, and as they also confirmed to us over at the studio, every mission will have very different gameplay structure. So some are going to be focused on high octane action, others stealth, others have vehicle combat, other ones could be open world, and the list goes on. I'm sure we'll even see some mindfuckery and trippy type of break on through type gameplay as we also saw in Cold War. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the Black Ops 6 campaign thus far based on all the footage that we've seen? Are you upset about the leaks via COD HQ? Plus, what are your thoughts on the campaign mission names that we've seen already? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.